first thing you want to do for your pincushion is to cut yourself 4 squares, and we're going to patchwork those together. First of all, sew these together, then sew those together, then join them through the middle. Right, got those together. Now make sure that you've got one polka dot here, one there. Right side's on the inside, edges on top, backwards and forwards. Right, now I've done that, go back, iron those apart. I've now got a little rest of some cotton fabric I've got in white, which will look very nice. Now, right side's down. Now we want to sew this all the way around. Cut back your corners. Turn inside out. Always when you're turning things inside out, go to the furthest corner first. Turn through to the other side. And now we want to iron the whole lot. So far so good. I've ironed it first that way, nice and flat, and now my square is just being ironed towards the middle. And the next step is really stitching these down here. Okay, so it would be easier if you actually went back to the iron and just quickly give this a press all the way on all of them. So pull it out a bit and then move it back in so you get a nice little curve there. You want to fill this up really well with stuffing. But of course we don't want the stuffing to go into these areas really, that's not going to look so nice. So what I'm going to do to avoid this, I'm going to stitch across here. Yeah, and now what that does of course is keeps the plumping to the central area here, which is what we want. So now I'm just going to stuff it. I'm always asked in my courses, how do I do the knot at the end? So watch closely. So you put your needle behind the thread, okay, hold it, that's my index finger. Hold it, move your thumb over it, and just pull it out the other end and you have a knot. So now I'm just going to hide my knot in there, okay, and the key really to getting a really nice seam across the hand one that you can't see is to do simply what you would do on the sewing machine. So you kind of tunnel in on one side and then it's kind of hard to do this so you can see it without actually covering it with my hands, and then you go through the other side. Hope that's quite clear. And then exactly where you come out, you go in on the opposite side. Oops. Secure your thread, turn it over to the other side. Look, isn't that lovely? That's a really lovely pincushion, isn't it? So now what we need to do is we want to put something on here, like a nice little button. Put your button on, cut around it, leaving good size rim like this. Do a running stitch all the way around. Put your button in there, like that, just to fold it, and then just pull. So that's already covering it. Then you put your button on top, but before you press it down, you go around again and you sort of sort out these bits so that they look really nice. So where they're sort of folded on top of each other, you sort them out first, then you press the button in. Stitch there and stitch there and here to make sure I hold them. Great. Then I go through this one as well. Okay. And that one. Ta-da. And get your button, because I can now go all the way through to the other side, yeah, to make sure that this will sit better on the surface. Come back up. I haven't got a long enough thread on it now. Okay, so we do that so it holds it down nicely. And then the last one, just go anywhere in here and pull it through. And if you cut it off here, it'll of course disappear into it.